even these tiny little legs are capable of just launching these little spiders. They are really, really cool spiders. One of the coolest spiders out there. He's getting ready to jump. Oh, there he goes.
Jumping spiders. These inquisitive and personable little arachnids are fascinating and seem to be one of the most intelligent groups of spiders out there. These little spiders are agile predators, capable of stalking and taking down prey even larger than themselves on occasion. Now, there is a lot of discourse on the intelligence of these spiders. Can they recognize individuals? Do they have feelings or form bonds? How intelligent are they really? Well, in today's video, we are venturing out to answer these questions. Let's dive into the world of jumping spiders.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Jack's World of Wildlife. Now, today I am on a special mission. I am hoping to once again get out and find jumping spiders. That's right, Salticidae, the family of jumping spiders, are a very widespread and active hunting group of spiders. And through hunting in such an active way, they need a lot of computational power. So today I'm going to be teaching you about the intelligence of these jumping spiders. As I'm sure you might know, spiders themselves are not, of course, these great cerebral giants among the animal kingdom, but they are very, very calculated, very precise hunters. So there is a little bit of intelligence working here in these jumping spiders. So today I'm hoping to find one in this beautiful forest so that I can bring you guys in to the world of the jumping spider, so you can learn just what all their tiny little brains are capable of and what all being a jumping spider encases. So without any further ado, let's get a look and let's get searching for one of these beautiful and magnificent arachnids. Let's go.
Salticidae, the family of jumping spiders, is actually the largest family of spiders in the world, with more than 6,000 described species. All members of this family possess fantastic vision, agile hunting skills, and sophisticated respiratory systems. They're able to use an advanced internal hydraulic system that pumps their body fluid, or hemolymph, through their limbs, allowing them to jump great distances without the need of large leg muscles. Man, how cool is that?
So basically, what we're doing today is we're just kind of walking through this wooded area. Jumping spiders are very active predators, so I'm hoping that through walking and checking a lot of these trees, we might be able to find some while they're out hunting. It's a nice kind of mild evening, very humid. We've had some rain recently, so I have to imagine that some of these animals will be out and active and hunting. I'm hoping to showcase hopefully a larger species, so we can get a lot of that detail and really illustrate just how much these animals are having to calculate on their day-to-day lives. So I'm going to be checking a lot of these trees. We're going to be checking in slats of bark and things like that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can find exactly what we're here to find. A beautiful and amazing jumping spider.
Now, as far as spiders go, these ones are smart. Jumping spiders are adaptable predators that can utilize their surroundings and approach to best capture their prey. Of course, they are still spiders, so their brains are quite limited in what they can do. So let's bust some myths about jumping spider intelligence.
What is that? I see some movement. Okay. Perfect. All right, this is one of the species I was hoping for. Oh, okay, come take a look at this, folks. All right here is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful female Phidippus audax, or the bold jumping spider. Now, this is actually the same species I used in my jumping spider bite video earlier this year, and I actually had a lot of confusion about this particular species and color morph, so I'm gonna clear something up. So you might be sitting at home going, wait a second, Jack, I'm pretty sure that the females are light gray or white and not black. The males are black. Well, I'm sorry to say you are confusing this species with an albeit very similar looking species, the regal jumping spider. Now, these can be very difficult to tell apart. Now, in this species, however, the bold jumping spiders, both the males and the females sport this beautiful black color with those iridescent blue or green chelicerae. So, in the case of the regal jumping spider, yes, you are correct that the females are light gray. They can have some oranges, and the males, of course, are this black color. But however, in this species, no, the females are in fact black. An easy way to tell the difference is that the females and the males of this species still exhibit some sexual dimorphism. The males have much longer front legs, proportionally than the females do. So at a quick glance, this more kind of rectangular shape of the body and cephalothorax, you can say, okay, that's probably a female, whereas the males kind of almost widen out. They've got a much narrower abdomen usually, and then with those big front arms, they kind of look like a triangular shape instead of just that rectangular one that these females possess. But these are some of our coolest native spiders by far. Every single time I see a nice, big, impressive female like this, especially out on the hunt, it is just so special. And I'm lucky enough to have quite a few places close to where I live where these animals are very, very, very easy to encounter.
Many people who keep these animals observe their inquisitive nature and awareness and anthropomorphize this behavior into something else. An example would be mistaking the animal's association that you are where food comes from with a general affection towards you. These spiders are really quite special, but they have no need to recognize faces, form social bonds, or do much of anything outside of hunting, avoiding predators, and mating. Another myth I have heard is that these spiders can generate feelings, whether that be affection towards an owner, confusion about a situation, or perhaps frustration about a hunting event gone wrong. I'm sorry to say these feelings are not possible. It's easy to attribute feelings to these creatures as they are extremely expressive little animals. However, it's best to remember that this type of brain power takes up a lot of energy and a lot of space. Energy and space that these little spiders cannot spare. While it is true that these animals have been observed properly navigating mazes, remembering where to find food, and strategically hunting prey, these behaviors are all within the limits of these animals' capabilities. They are fantastic invertebrate hunters and a group of spiders to be fascinated by, but sadly, they do not feel the same way about us in return.
So I'm going to try and get this beauty to crawl out onto my hand. They are quite wise to being handled, which can make things difficult because, as their namesake might suggest, they are great at jumping away. And so if they don't want to stay on your hand, I'm gonna have to pay attention to where this gal falls if she tries to make a jump for it. But these are such spectacular little animals, and they're so aware, which has kind of given rise to a sort of cult around these jumping spiders online. People seem to almost throw out all of their reservations about spiders when they see these cute little adorable jumping spiders. And that's partially because they're very cute, but their behavior as well really helps people kind of let their guard down. They're not quite as spindly and spooky as maybe some other species of spiders are. So people really, really enjoy jumping spiders, and a lot of people have started keeping them as pets, which I think is fantastic, but that has led to a plethora of misinformation. And if you've been following my channel for long, or if you're just now finding us, you know that I do not stand for misinformation. So one of the big misconceptions around jumping spiders is that because they are so inquisitive and so active, that they seemingly have these unique little personalities, that people really heavily anthropomorphize these animals' behavior. So they think, oh, he recognizes me, or oh, he likes me, he has feelings of love towards me because I'm his owner. In reality, these animals, of course, can become accustomed to us being around them, to us taking care of them. They can no longer feel threatened because they're just used to us, but they actually cannot recognize faces. They cannot recognize individuals, and that's okay. A lot of people really want these animals to be like dogs or cats, but they are spiders, and it's okay for them to just be spiders. Look at that great jump. Whoa. And you can see they also have that amazing web tether that they'll use. They'll deposit it with those spinnerets before they jump, just in case they miss. They can, wow, I just got smacked by a leaf-footed bug. They can still recover that jump. These animals are so specially adapted to that agile hunting style. You can see there's that tether there, but they are fantastic. Fantastic little creatures. But yes, these animals are very inquisitive. Yes, they're great predators. Yes, they have a lot more of a capacity for problem solving, for creative methods of hunting. But they're not quite on the same level as vertebrates, of course. So it's easy to kind of blow them out of proportion a little bit. But for me, I think if you enjoy jumping spiders, that's fantastic. If you want to think that your jumping spider has a loving, familial relationship with you, there's really no harm in that. I think it's great, the public reception of these amazing little spiders. They are so cool. And even if it's not all spiders, it's great that people are warming up to these cute little jumping spiders. But I just want to leave you with one little tidbit, which is it's okay. We don't need to be loved in return by these amazing little spiders to find them fascinating, to find them interesting, to care about them. That's something that we have the capacity to do, is being passionate about these creatures that aren't necessarily passionate about us in return. And that is all right. There's nothing wrong with appreciating the beauty, appreciating the intelligence, the sophistication of these creatures without getting anything in return. It's a beautiful thing, in my opinion, to enjoy these creatures for what they are, as they are. And what they are is really stinking cool. These animals have been observed creating strategic ways at approaching prey instead of just head on, and they can have an immaculate success rate in hunting their prey. These animals are apex predators of the micro world. These are quick striking, fast moving, so aware of their surroundings that there's really few other invertebrates here on land that are quite as deadly to their prey. These are such fascinating little creatures. You want to come back out? Just kind of poking over the lid here. It's so cute. You can see they're such neat little spiders. I'm sure that it doesn't like all this arm hair here. Ah. It's blending in. I match with the jumping spider today. We're both in black, pal. Come here. But they've got such power too. Even these tiny little legs. Even these tiny little legs are capable of just launching these little spiders. And you can see there's all this web that it's been using as an anchor. Once again, it deposits it with those spinnerets at the very tail end. And then when it's ready to jump, it's able to push off with those legs. And you can see it's watching me as well when I move. Sometimes it'll orient these eyes forward. They've got 4 pairs of these incredibly sophisticated eyes, and they've got pretty much 360 vision between all of those pairs of eyes. So they are able to kind of really be aware of not only prey but predators as well. These animals, of course, can be eaten by tons and tons and tons of other creatures: ants, lizards, frogs, birds. Anything that eats invertebrates will happily munch on one of these juicy and delectable jumping spiders. So in the wild, when they're not out hunting, it's very common to see them just kind of tucked into bark or creating little web hammocks for themselves. Now, these spiders are nomadic, which means they're not creating kind of a big orb web like some other species of true spiders. So they actually will hunt a lot of times on one tree their whole life, maybe multiple trees. He just whipped right around to take a look at me.
Maybe multiple trees. Whipped right around to take a look at me.
Maybe multiple trees throughout their lifespan, and they'll create these little web hammocks that they'll sleep in, which is super, super cute. And they will create a new one every day if they need to, or they'll keep using the same one throughout the week if they need to. They are really, really cool spiders. One of the coolest spiders out there. As you can see, not aggressive at all. It's easy to kind of, he's getting ready to jump. Oh, there he goes. It's easy to kind of feel comfortable around these spiders versus some of our other true spiders. A lot of people are like, oh, well, I just think spiders are inherently aggressive and they're afraid of things like wolf spiders or tarantulas or brown recluse or black widows, but they're not so much apprehensive about these jumping spiders. In reality, pretty much any type of spider is not going to go straight for biting and defense. This animal's first line of defense is fleeing, and that's really the case for all spiders, in my opinion. Of course, you can be bitten by this spider. If you're interested in learning about the effects, the pain, the duration of a bold jumping spider bite, go check out my jumping spider bite video. I recorded the bite from an individual about this size of this exact species, and it was very impressive. But as you can see, without restraining this animal doesn't feel threatened at all. So she's happy to just kind of explore and figure out what's going on. She's recognized I'm not a predator. Now, she's not necessarily happy to be in this YouTube video today, but she is not feeling like she's about to be eaten, which is great. Because she is such a lovely and now fairly cooperative spider here today that's teaching you guys about the fantastic and beautiful bold jumping spider. So cool.
Well, I hope this answered some questions for you all. Although these animals are among some of the most intelligent small invertebrates on Earth, their brains are limited to the scope of being a good invertebrate predator. These spiders have tons of spunk and a variety of interesting and expressive behaviors. But even though they might not be able to form bonds or have feelings for us, that won't stop us from generating feelings for them.
Well, we've had a fantastic and marvelous time with this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bold jumping spider female. She was so cooperative, so good. We were able to get a ton of cool shots that I'm hoping you guys will enjoy. So we're gonna let her get right back to hunting on this dead tree here. And perhaps her home is within the bark slats of this dead tree. So we're gonna return her where we found her, and we're gonna keep on our adventure today. So let's take a look. We let this lovely lady go. Let's see if she'll jump down for us. There she goes. Oh, that is too cool. All right, so we let our lovely little jumping spider get on her way, and now it is time for you to get on your way. Sorry, my friends, time's up. episode's over. I hope you enjoyed learning about the fantastic world of jumping spiders, more specifically the beautiful, the audacious Phidippus audax, the bold jumping spider. This is easily one of the most beautiful spiders that we have here in the great state of Texas and throughout the United States as well. They're one of my favorites to come across, always one of my favorites to see, and they're beautiful little attentive attitudes are always so much fun to capture on film. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed some of the footage, really enjoyed some of the info that I was able to share with you today, but I'm sorry. The episode is over. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Of course, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any future videos that you might even like even more than this video. Buy the merchandise. We've got some really cool stuff. This is our Texas red-headed centipede. It's got the awesome logo on the back, so you can rep that brand, Jack's World of Wildlife. And of course, stay tuned because we've got tons and tons and tons of content still coming. I'm about to leave for another production trip to hopefully get a ton of more videos. We've got a ton that are already filmed, and we've got some great stuff coming your way. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. And of course, I really do appreciate your support. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next week.